I've always loved the idea of doing this world building through the eyes of ourselves as the protagonist, the POV of the world that we're going to discover as I create it step by step. So in here we have the first initial sketch of what we would have seen when we land on the Isles of Moraghal. Now, in this sketch, what we've ideated here and put quickly down that we will discover more going throughout is the shores of Mag Airgid, the Silver Coast, the Silver Realm, the Silver Plains, whatever you want to call it. We call it Mag Airgid. And it's the beginning of the description of what we've seen through the protagonist's eyes. So you have the harsh landscapes, the ocean due to it being an island, and what we would initially see if we landed on these shores. So now as I create the bigger image, we will talk about what those experiences were and what we saw. They call it Mag Airgid, the plain of silver, but standing here at the edge of the world, at the edge of this continent, on an island just off Moraghal, there is nothing plain about it. The cliffs look like they rise out of the ocean like black teeth, shattered and violent. The ocean doesn't just hit this island, it fights it. The water is bruised, churning grey, spitting foam against the rocks that look sharp enough to gut the ship from bow to stern. And yet, underneath the salt and the rot of the seaweed, you can smell it. You can smell what makes this island money. It's the metallic tang in the air, sharp, cold. It tastes like copper on the back of your tongue. It's the scent of silver, what this island is named after. It's a fortune buried deep within the island. The smell is the only reason anyone knows this place exists. It's the only reason the people of Moraghal give Mag Airgid any respect. It's a small little island, but with powerful families now because of the money that they're able to mine from the island. There's stories of the main city, the only main city on this island. It's a spire of stone and iron clinging to the cliffside. They call it Argent Hold, but it looks more like a cage. They're trying to defend themselves from pirates, smugglers, all the kind of nasties that you want to keep out of your family home. But it seems to do a better job of keeping people in from the stories that I've heard. From the descriptions that I've got, the buildings are stacked on top of one another, people on top of each other, due to the amount of people that have come onto this island to try get their riches, to work in the mines. It has caused a massive population boom over the last while. The docks are always busy with trade. You can see the massive ships that are coming here to collect payment and bring it to the mainland. But look closer, look below the city. The sea has carved out caves below the cliffs. That's where the real island hides. That's where the real people hide. That has been the information that I've gotten. That's what we're here to explore and get the truth. Underneath the city and outside of the city have been small, lawless settlements built out of driftwood, desperation. The scrap pickers, they're called so affectionately by the city people. Men and women who have risked coming over here just to try get some silver and create wealth for their own family like others have done in the past. It's become essentially a gold rush. But these families are too late. And if the rumours are to be believed, are what they call creatures living deep in the caves. Deep dwellers, they're called. They've been pushed down by the heavy machinery and gone further and further into the dark. Some say these creatures are drawn to the silver itself. They say it affects their mind, affects their personality. Some say these used to be just regular miners that have been affected by the metals and could not face the sun anymore. There have been stories about miners, illegal or legal, going down into the mines and just not coming back because of these creatures. Many people say that's just an old wives' tale to keep their kids safe, but there have been some unexplained disappearances on this island. The current accusation that there's a lot more rock than silver being sent out of this island, but a lot of silver is being paid for. As I've arrived on this island, the air is quite cold, but the ground is warm. If you press your hand on the rock, you can feel it pulse like a heartbeat. The constant rhythm of the machines that must be working 24/7 to keep the power in this place. Starting my journey here mightn't have been the best decision, but it was the easiest place to land to get to Moraghal. All I've ever heard is warnings of this place, but I've never got to experience for myself. So I'll continue to have a look around. But since what brought me here has left, I must go find a place to stay, and we'll continue the story from there. Many thanks for enjoying the first story time essentially here. Uh, if you enjoyed it, we're exploring the world of Moraghal that I have created, and I'm slowly going to explore through every video I post. Uh, if you enjoyed it, thank you very much. If you want to comment on some of the story here, let me know down below. And of course, subscribe. Good luck.